Welcome to Introduction to Business Management 111 online, offered by Harper College utilizing Blackboard Course Management System 9.1. My name is Dr. George Mochocki. This week we'll be covering three chapters: Chapter 13, Marketing, Chapter 14, Pricing, and Chapter 15, Distribution. Let's go back from a little bit from last week. Last week you were doing on motivation, and we were talking about Herzberg, Maslow, different kind of equity theory, positive reinforcement, everything else to motivate our key employees. The same conceptual ideas that you've learned in motivating employees is transferred over into marketing through a promotional campaign, through reinforcement, through positive reinforcement, through music, through different kind of stimuli to motivate the person to buy my products or to look at my products or to at least be aware of my products, to read about my product. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. You're also going to be doing one SWOT analysis for me this week. And the SWOT analysis on this one, tied with Chapter 13, is going to be your SWOT analysis. We've talked a little bit in the previous chapter in leadership, or in the management chapter. It's strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. You're going to look, remember, strengths and weaknesses are internal to the individual or internal to the organization. Opportunities and threats are external to the organization, external to the individual. So in this marketing thing, what you're going to do, you're going to look at the company. If I'm a consultant, then my education, my experience, very important, and I'll market that as a strength. If I'm a hot dog vendor, my education, everything else is good for the investors. My customers don't care that I have a 4-year degree or a bachelor's and everything else in making hot dogs. They want to know, George, Gam Hot Dogs, can you make a Chicago hot dog? Do you know what a Chicago hot dog is and what is the quality? For those who don't know, Chicago, I grew up in Chicago, is everything on it, kitchen sink, whatever you want to put on it, except ketchup. No ketchup on the Chicago hot dogs. You put the celery salt, the relish, everything else. So if you tell them you want ketchup on the Chicago hot dog, you know you're suburbanite. Okay, so that's going to be one of my strengths. What's my weaknesses? I can't buy Vienna hot dogs. I'm using substitute. Will they be able to tell? You see what I'm talking about? So you're going to look at your business and this portion here for the marketing, and you're going to give me the strengths and the weakness of your business. Then the part B is you're going to look at your competitors. You're going to list me how many competitors you got within the geographic area, not the whole United States, not the whole world. I'm opening up in, let's see, I'm opening up in the Palatine area. I'm opening up in the Wheeling area. I'm opening up in the Barrington area. Does that kind of make sense when you're looking at, so who's my competitors? Out of those competitors, you're going to look at their strengths and their weaknesses, but you're basically just going to list one of their weaknesses, some of their weaknesses. Now, hopefully your strength will overcome their weaknesses, and this will basically enhance people because, oh, I have a deficiency. Here's a new hot dog stand or a new service that takes care, it gives me all the same services that my present vendor has, but he's taking care of the weaknesses. So I'm going to give him a try. That's how I'm going to come over. And remember, you got to look at what makes things different. Now, in the marketing chapter, that's going to be your forum. One forum you're going to respond to that. Your marketing chapter, you're going to look at buying decisions. You're looking at a consumer market, business to business market, different. Still the 4 P's of marketing. Only it's going to look at it differently. Which piece first? In the regular consumer market, price is the number 1. In the business to business market, quality and delivery, and then price comes in. So the 4 P's are in there. Look at the ABCs of marketing. Look at environmental scanning. Look at researching data. Remember, secondary data is U.S. Census, Harper College giving me a demographic of a certain area. That's free. Doesn't cost me anything. Very inexpensive. So if I'm going to open up a Mercedes-Benz dealer, I'm looking at Wheeling area, maybe because it's more, what do you call it, Palatine Avenue Road, or some of the roads there may be advantageous, but not with a Wheeling address because I need the Barrington address for Mercedes-Benz. The income in the Wheeling area may be anywhere between 50 55 to 75,000. Or I look in the Barrington area by looking at secondary research, looking at the U.S. Census Bureau. It could be anywhere between 150,000 to 250,000. Makes more sense for Mercedes-Benz to be closer to the clientele who could afford that type of vehicle and want a different type of service when they come in and do work on that. Okay, so that's secondary data. Secondary, and then now I've got to know that's where I'm at. Then I go primary data, and the number one for primary data would be surveys or a telephone or one-on-one conversation. Those are my costly ones. Okay, so you have all that. So we take care of chapter 13. Chapter 14, pricing. Start thinking about your pricing. How much are you going to price your product for? When I look at pricing, it's got different pricing objectives: cost pricing, product development pricing, brand awareness. Do I come in at a low price or come in at a high price? What's my total product offering? You're going to look at different, product mix. You have a product line and you have a product mix. Make sure you understand that product line is I've got I've got a product line. If I'm a car dealer, I've got all SUVs, different types of SUVs, a product line, and then I've got another product line is what do you call it? Compact cars. Another product line is luxury cars, and my product mix is automobiles at the high end or foreign or international cars. Okay, so you have that. Classifying different consumer behaviors makes a difference how I classify. If it's a convenience good, or if it's a shopping good, or if it's a good that we're searching, I advertise different, and customers are willing to pay a different thing because it's a different type of customer mix. Packaging. Look at different packaging. For consumer mix, packaging is my silent sales person. For a business operation, I don't care what package you package in as long as the product's not broken. The next one you're going to look at, the last chapter is chapter 15, and that is going to be on distribution. When I look at the distribution section of chapter 15, I'm looking at different market intermediaries. So anytime somebody else delivers my product, processes my product, there's a charge. If I could eliminate some of those market intermediaries or channels, I could reduce my expenses somewhat because I'm controlling it, and I can control that channel like Walmart. Why? How can they keep the lowest prices? Because they have their own distribution, they have their own sales, they have a lot of things that they control within the channel, so they can control how much they control the expense side on that, and they don't have to add on more to it. Look at different form utilities. Remember, every time I could change something or provide a different form, I could buy eggs at Aldi's or someplace else, eggs, bread, and everything else for $2, and it could last me for a whole week. Or I could go to Denny's or someplace else and go in there and say I wanted eggs and everything else, and they give it to me in a nice place, all cooked and everything else, and it costs me $7, $8. I don't have to clean anything else. What's the difference? It's the form, the additional things that they add, the time, the place, everything else, and that is what's going to be included into how much I charge a customer. When you're looking at the pricing for your customers, I understand you're going to have a lot of line items. That's how most people, businesses will have it. For this business plan, give me a general. If I have a restaurant, an average cost of people coming into my restaurant, my hot dog stand, will be $7 or $6, and 30 customers on an average, and for lunch and so much. In reality, when you actually open a business, you'll have line-to-line item in the different pricing, because some are going to bring in the customers at lower pricing, and you charge higher on the other ones. Okay, so that takes care of our 3 chapters. You have one forum that's going to be talking about your business plan and some information, and you got this time I don't want to burn you out a little bit on all the quizzes, so you're going to have one. You have a quiz. It's only going to be on chapter 6 and 7. It's going to be 20 questions, 10 questions on 6 and 10 questions on chapter 7. Each one's going to be worth 1.5 points, so you get your 30 points. Your Connect. This time with your Connect, you're going to be doing a Learn Smart Connect on chapter 8, which is not chapter 8. Let's see, Blackboard Connect. Learn Smart on chapter 13. I think that's the one I'm doing on chapter 13. Sorry, got my chapters mixed up. You're going to be doing, back up a little now. My error. You're going to do a Blackboard quiz on chapter 14 to 15. Same thing, 20 questions, 30 points, and each one 1.5 points. On your Connect, you're going to be doing a Connect to Learn Smart on chapter 13 on the marketing. And if I'm looking at the marketing, the Learn Smart, I have it set for 30 minutes, so between 30 minutes and an hour. It's a different kind of a software. It looks at how you responded to the other question, makes it harder, easier, or it tells you to take a break and shows you we're in a chapter before you come back and complete it. And that one was worth 20 points, but it's only one chapter. Okay, so we should be good there. So now you have chapter 13, marketing, chapter 14, pricing, chapter 15 is on distribution. All this information, as you write it and talk in the forum, make sure you start using business terminology and concept. So when you post it, write it in the form, you could cut and paste it into your business plan, and later on you just have to tweak it. My name is Dr. George Mochocki. Welcome to Introduction to Business Online, offered by Harper College, utilizing Blackboard Course Management System 9.1. We're covering Chapter 13, 14, and 15, and we have one forum, and I'll see you online. Bye.